One of the best parts of the Kingdom Hearts series are the various worlds you get to explore. Whenever new game gets announced, people always get excited to see what worlds they get to go to this time. And today, I'm going to be ranking the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2 from worst to best in my personal opinion. Now keep in mind, this is my opinion, not yours or anyone else's. So don't get too mad if your favourite world's at the bottom or if your least favourite's at the top, because everyone's list is going to be different. So instead, calmly put your list in the comments. I'm most interested in seeing other people's opinions about these kind of things. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. And at number 15 is Port Royal. Now, my main issue with Port Royal are the zombie pirates you fight throughout the world. You see, you can only hurt them when in the moonlight. If they're in the shadows, they're invincible. But guess which one of those two places they like to hide in? This world also requires you to sail between 3 places multiple times, and you're attacked by these pirates every time you're sailing, which is really annoying and really tedious. Also, all the bosses of this world are pretty annoying, but the Grim Reaper takes the cake. You see, you can only hurt him when all the medallions are in the chest, and he just loves taking those medallions out of the chest. And if there's just even one medallion missing, you can't hurt him. So it's not really hard, just really tedious. So overall, this world is just a real chore to play. Now, it's not completely bad, the music's pretty good, and Jack Sparrow's an awesome party member, but those are not enough to say this world for being a terrible world. And at number 14 is Atlantica. So after the whole underwater battling thing for the first game didn't work out, the developers decided to turn Atlantica into a musical rhythm minigame world for some reason. Now don't get me wrong, I like music rhythm games, but they're not the reason I play Kingdom Hearts for. This game also already had a minigame world on the floor of 100 Acre Wood, so did you really need 2 minigame worlds in this game? Now, the minigame isn't bad, and the songs are pretty good, especially the Ursula one. It's just kind of boring. It's also optional, so you don't have to do it, but still. So overall, this is an improvement from the first game. It's just not that enjoyable to me personally. And at number 13 is Space Paranoids. This world is based on Tron, and it's definitely one of the cooler looking worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2. The characters and enemies also look pretty neat in this world as well. And then the bosses of this world are pretty decent, but there's one reason why this world is so low on the list. The Light Cycle minigame. When I first played this game, I was stuck on this minigame for weeks, and even today I still have some trouble with this minigame. It's just so annoying. Overall, this world's pretty decent, it's just that Light Cycle minigame is what really drags it down on the list. At number 12 is Disney Castle. The reason this world is so low on the list is because you don't really do much here. Unlike most worlds of Chaos 2, you only visit this world once, and even then, the only thing you really do here is an escort mission. That's it, not even a boss fight. Now, it is cool that we get to go to Disney Castle after seeing it only in a few cutscenes in the first game, but still, this world is kinda bland. So overall, I don't hate Disney Castle or anything, it's just really boring because you don't do much here, and it's very forgettable. And at number 11 is the 100 Acre Wood. Now, this is the minigame world of this Kingdom Hearts game. And the plot is similar to Chain of Memories, and Pooh has lost his memories and you need to play a bunch of fun minigames to get them back. And the minigames are actually pretty fun, my favourite one being that balloon bouncing one. Overall, this world is a very nice distraction from the main game, and the minigames are pretty fun, a lot better than Atlantica. And at number 10 is the Land of Dragons. And this world is based on Mulan, which is a movie that I really like, so I got a bit of bias for this one. The world itself though is kind of meh. It's not bad, but it's not exactly great either. Boss fight against Shan Yu though is pretty awesome. However, the boss fight against that dragon thing in the second visit is kinda meh. Overall, this world is pretty good. It's not great or anything, but it doesn't do anything wrong, and there's no real problem with it. At number 9 is Timeless River. And this world is pretty unique to the Kingdom Hearts series in that everything's black and white, which is pretty cool. You get to go to a lot of old Disney cartoons in this world, some of them being pretty fun, and some being not so fun. I'm looking at you, burning building those annoying car enemies. The boss fight against P at the end is also pretty awesome too. So overall this world is pretty great, it's just a shame there's no second visit to it. There is one thing about this world though. You see, this world introduces time travel to the Kingdom Hearts series, which will later be brought back in Dream Drop Distance, which makes the plot of the series way more complex. So if you're mad about the whole time travel thing, don't blame Dream Drop Distance, blame this world, because it did it first. Number 8 is the Pride Land. In this world, Sora and friends are turned to animals, which means you can't use any of your drives, limits, or summons, which kinda sucks. On the plus side, you get to find a cute little lion cub, which is pretty sweet. This world is definitely one of the bigger worlds in the game. It's a lot of fun to explore, and it's pretty fun to play as a lion and fight as one. Then we have the battle against Scar at the end, which is pretty awesome. However, I am not a fan of second visits world, easily one of the worst second visits in the game, especially with the boss at the end, easily one of my least favorite bosses in this game and in the entire series. So overall, the Pride Land is a pretty cool world on the first visit. I'm really not a fan of the second visit, which is the main reason why this world is being dragged down the list. If the second visit was as good as the first visit, this world could easily make it into the top 5. And at number 7 is the final world, the world that never was. This is the final world of the game, and it's pretty awesome. As this is the organization's stronghold, you get to fight against all the remaining members, and all the fights are pretty cool. Sora also finally reunites with Kairi and Riku, which is pretty awesome, and you even get Riku as a party member, which is amazing. Now as for the final boss, it's okay. I personally don't really care for it. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think it's the best final boss in the series. I also just really like the design of the castle, so yeah. Overall, the world that never was is a pretty great final world. Definitely a lot better than the end of the world from the first game anyway. And barely not making it into the top 5 is Agrabah. Now this world, just plain and simple, it's just a joy to play. I mean, the plot is good, Iago and Genie are awesome, exploring the Cave of Wonders is as fun as ever, and even the boss fight's pretty great as well. My only problem with this world are the flying carver sections in the second visit. If they weren't in this world could easily make it into the top 3. Who knows, maybe at number 1. At least the plot is still good though for the second visit, so it's not as bad as Pride Lands. So as I said, I really like this world, it's just so much fun to play. If those flying carver sections weren't in it, this world could easily have made it into the top 5. And at number 5 is Beast's Castle. Now this world, like Agrabah, is just a joy to play. The plot is good, exploring the castle is pretty fun, Beast is an awesome party member, and the characters are all pretty nice. The boss fights are all pretty great too. Yes, even the Zelda one. I'll admit it is pretty frustrating and really difficult, but the fact that he uses 6 lances, that's just awesome, I gotta love it. So this world really has no problem, it's just fun. The only reason it's at number 5 is that I like the other 4 more than it. And at number 4 is Twilight Town. This is the very first world of the game, and this is where the tutorial takes place as Roxas, which some people hate. However, personally I really enjoy the tutorial Roxas for the most part. I say most part because the only part I didn't like was the whole raising money thing on the second day. But other than that though, I enjoyed playing as Roxas. I also just really like the design of Twilight Town. I would totally live here if this place is real. A bunch of other cool stuff happens here throughout the game as well, and it's always fun to come back to visit this place. My favourite moment in this world though has to be the Roxas vs Axel fight at the end of the Roxas section, easily one of my favourite fights in the series. This is also just one of those worlds in video games where I just like to mess around in and just relax and have fun for a bit, instead of playing the game. So overall, Twilight Town is a really fun world that I have a lot of fun playing around in. And at number 3 is the hub world, Hollow Bastion. Like Twilight Town, this is a world you visit multiple times on your journey, and it's always fun to visit. And this is the world where most of the Final Fantasy characters in the game live, so it's pretty cool getting to see all of them. This world is also home to many awesome boss fights, except for the Demix one, that one sucks. A lot of really awesome moments also happen in this world, such as teaming up with the Final Fantasy characters to fight a bunch of Heartless, and my favourite moment in the series, fighting 1000 Heartless on your own. It is pretty awesome. So like Twilight Town, this is a world I just enjoy visiting, and it has a lot of really awesome moments to make it super memorable. But there are still 2 worlds I like a bit more than this one. And at number 2 is Olympus Coliseum. Olympus Coliseum has always been one of my favourite worlds in the series. However, the game has 2 versions of Take the Cake. There's actually a full-size world in this game since you get to explore the underworld. There's also a lot of really cool bosses as well, like Peach, the Hydra, Hades, and Cerberus. You also get Auron from Final Fantasy X Primer, which is pretty awesome, because Auron is one of my personal favourite Final Fantasy characters. And of course, Hades is just as awesome as he always is. So overall, this is just a fantastic world. It's got a good plot, great bosses, awesome characters, and good music. There's just one more world though in this game that I like a bit more than this one. And my favourite world in Kingdom Hearts 2 is Halloween Town. This is my favourite world for numerous reasons. First of all, I just really like the movie. There's also some snow in this world, and snow levels are one of my top 2 favourite kind of levels. Plus Halloween levels are pretty cool too. And of course we have Jack Skellington, the best party member of all. And let's not forget Oogie Boogie, one of the best Disney villains of all, with a really cool boss fight. This is also a world where I really enjoy both visits to it. And to top it all off, the music is pretty great as well. And all those reasons combined are why this world is my favourite world in Kingdom Hearts 2. So what's your favourite world? How would you rank them all? Put your list in the comments. Anyway, that's all time for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Hey guys, if you liked the video, give a big old thumbs up. And if you want to see some more Kingdom Hearts related videos, try clicking on the thumbnails on the screen.